Good morning, everybody. We're going to be doing a color and chat today. It's not going to be anything instructional or anything. We're going to be using the Faber-Castell Pitt pens. I'm learning these along with y'all, so if you decide that you like them, great. If not, great as well. I have been told lots of wonderful things about these Pitt pens, and I'm just trying them out and learning them and everything else. We're going to be coloring in Color Morphia by Kerby Rosanes. And of course, we will be continuing with our skull picture. Okay. So while we were on our week break, I did color these with a mixture of the Pitt pens and the Faber-Castell polychromos, because there isn't a really light pink in the polychromos. So the colors that I used for that is the magenta, the pink madder lake, and the light magenta. And the light magenta is the Faber-Castell's polychromo pencil that I used. I'll give you a close-up of those flowers. Just a second here. Hold on a sec. I got to switch over. There we go. Let's see if I can do it without giving you a shadow on top of it. So these flowers right here. And there was one other one way down here. Right there. Okay. Now I am using two different cameras, so in order to give you guys some close-ups of what I'm doing, I will try to remember to switch over to the other camera. And this is the first time that I've ever used both cameras at the same time. So if I'm going to switch over and you see the other camera, of course, just let me know. Hi, Barb. Thank you so much for joining us. Now I'm going to wait here and hopefully more people join in. If not, oh well, their loss. I'm going to switch back over to the other camera and show the full thing. Move this out of the way. And what we're going to be coloring today, of course, is all of the leaves and the centers of the flowers and whatever else we decide to color, I guess. Of course, you don't have to use the same pens I have. You don't have to use the same colors I have. It is all up to you. This is not an instructional video. This is just for fun and just to hang out. So how are you doing, Barb? Other than winning the contest in the Facebook group, of course, congratulations again. I will be sending that out there. I don't know where everybody is. I guess, we've got two in here. I don't know where everybody is. Sometimes, especially with a new colorist or a new YouTuber, I don't have a lot of followers, so sometimes we just don't get people. I have this broadcasting to my own personal group as well as Coloritaville, so hopefully we get some more people in here and can actually have a coffee and chat in the morning here. And I have lost my coffee. Where did I put that? Oh, there it is. I was busy putting your package together just before the stream and left my coffee over on the other table with your package. Okay. Well, I guess we'll get started. The pens that I'm going to use for the centers, like I said, you can of course use different pens, are the light yellow glaze. Don't know, can you see that okay? Yeah. the Faber-Castell's Light Yellow Glaze 104. And I know that some of the older Faber-Castells Okay, well, that's cool. We might do something for the National Coloring Book Day in the group. I'm not quite sure what we're doing yet for the next event. So we will talk about that as an admin team, and maybe we'll do something for the National Coloring Book Day. Now, I know that the Faber-Castell's Pitt pens, the older ones, have these as skin tones. So this is beige red in my set, which is 132, which is listed as medium flesh. Let me see. Nope, I got that wrong. Sorry. Light flesh. It's called beige red in my set. I don't know why they changed the colors, or if maybe the old set used to have the same colors, or this set has the exact same color names as the Faber-Castell's polychromos. But those are what I'm going to be using for the centers of the flowers. I'm going to start off with the yellow. I'm going to switch over to the other camera here. Just do this area. So I'm going to color these ones here. Like I said, I'm not very proficient in these pens. This is the first picture I've ever colored with them, so yeah, I wanted to try them too. I received one of them in a sketch box, and it was wonderful. The bristles of the pen itself here were really soft, and it was a dream to use. And then I bought these ones because they were on sale for really cheap, and thought it would have the same sort of thing. Unfortunately, they did not. These nibs, and I find that as I go along, they're a lot softer. The more I use them, the softer they get. But when I first started using them, they were hard and scratchy and just ticked me off. So I was going to send them back, but because I bought them on clearance sale, I couldn't send them back. So now I'm stuck with them, and with the cost of them, I better start using them. Because, yeah, I hate waste. I don't like wasting things. Okay. Just happy little bits there just to give it a bit of color. Okay, now let's see, where else are we going to put this color? Okay, I'm going to move you a bit here. We're going to go up here to our special little bee. My bee is probably backwards because most bees have more yellow than black, but I have a thing about wasps. I don't like them, so I try to make my peace with them in coloring. We have 4 people watching. I hope you're all in chat. You know, if you have any questions or want to make any suggestions, like I said, I'm new to these pens. And if I'm doing something that is making it more difficult on myself, let me know, because that would be one of those things that I'm just learning with. Okay. How is everybody else out there? Oh, we lost a viewer. Oh well. Deb, are you out there yet? I don't see Deb in there in the chat. Yeah, my hand's in the way there, isn't it? Here, let's move that over there. Try to get it. Yeah, there we go. Try to get it so my hand doesn't go in the way there. One of these days I'll get these camera things figured out and I won't have to move them around so much. These yellow flowers, the yellow's not going to show up as well in, but I'll just do a little bit more orange in it than yellow. Well, skin tone orange color. Okay. And I think we got one more little happy flower over here. Just off of your view, of course. Try to these pens, it seems you need to use a really light touch with. They're not like an alcohol marker where you just put on as much as possible and keep everything wet. All right. Centers of these ones. Okie dokie. Okay. Oh, I shouldn't have done that one color, but lighten it up a bit. Maybe it'll be fine. Yeah, it is what it is. So these ones, I'm just going to do them with this color and a darker color at the bottom. Maybe a red. I think a red would go good in there. Is Barb the only one that's going to talk to me today? It seems even Barb's not talking to me anymore. I sit here and talk to myself. It's all good. I find with the darker colors into the light, it's best to go over the light again. That's just what I found. I don't know if that's true, but just to get rid of that little edge bit. There we go. That doesn't look too bad, I don't think. Or no, it may just look absolutely horrible. So I'm going to move that over a little bit so we can see that happy little flower. All right. Okay, dokie. Hold on 2 seconds here. I'll be just going to. I'm just going to see if I can get some more people to come and visit. Okay, I'm gonna finish off this one here. And I'm keeping an eye on the chat just in case any of you want to, ask me anything or tell me anything or just sit and have a conversation. It's all welcome. Okay, so that's those ones done there. I saw a flower with no centers done, so I'll do those. Okay. There they are. Now, I don't know if these little puffs are flowers, but I'm just going to make them flowers. All right. And the red I used is the Pale Geranium Lake. See if it focuses. There we go. Pale Geranium Lake, number 121. Now, for some of these smaller leaves, we're going to use 3 different colors. And then we're going to use number 264, dark phthalo green. Probably saying that wrong. Leaf green, which is 112, and light green, which is 171. Now, let's see here. I think we're going to start with these ones here. And like I said before, this is not an instructional video. This is just coloring and chat. It seems it's me coloring and me chatting. Okay. Now, one of my problems is I don't have really good eyesight, so some of these smaller areas, I can't see if they're a leaf or if I missed a flower or if it's a part of the background. I think these are all leaves here. But the coverage of these is phenomenal. See, I just colored an area that was not a leaf. Bummer. Well, oh well. Oh, and I missed the inside of a flower. So let's do that real quick here. Can you guys see where I missed it? Oh, we got 2 more people. Maybe we can start, chatting more. Other than me talking to myself all the time. Which I do sometimes, but not very often. Well, more often than not sometimes. Not usually when I'm coloring, unless I've done something silly. Like forgot to color something. And then published it, and then saw that I forgot to color something. That's always the irritating. Alrighty. Now it seems we have lost Barb too, since she's not chatting with me anymore either. Okay, let's a little bit more here. This little leaf here. All right, let's color that area. Oh, we got 5 now. Just did it again. Dang it. I'm going over that area in black anyway, so I think it'll be fine. My hand is probably in your guys' way. You probably can't see anything I'm doing because my hand's in the way. I'm not very good at this YouTube thing, I think. Definitely not the live. Not much good at the live yet, so I will get better. It'll just take me some time. Like I said before, I am really new at it, and any and every suggestion is acceptable. Okay. Let's see here. Hey, my dog's not talking to me today. Jeez. She must know I'm not talking to Grandma. Every day I talk to my mom on the phone. Every weekday I talk to my mom on the phone. And as soon as I pick up the phone, she decides that she needs to talk. It's almost as bad as having a kid. Yeah, I'm talking about you over there, Snurflebutt. She's laying on the couch sleeping. Okay. If my hand is in the way, just let me know. And don't know why the autofocus came back on my phone. Had it turned off. So now it's constantly readjusting. I will fix that at some point to make sure that when I do another live video, it doesn't do that. Okay, so now what we're going to do, well, what I'm going to do, I don't know what you're going to do because nobody's in the chat telling me what they're doing. So I'm just going to go over it in little areas with the lighter green. And just cover up any of the areas that I miss so that it can have a little bit of light. I'm not used to sitting this far away from my coloring because, like I said, my eyes aren't all that great. So usually I'm right on top of it with a really, really bright light so that I can see what I'm doing, because this looks really messy when I look at it on the camera. Hopefully it's not as messy as it looks. And of course, you can always just clean it up. Okay. right. Well, that doesn't look too bad, I don't think. It could be worse. I'm going to finish off this leaf here. String of leaves. I was hoping that we'd get more people visiting and actually, saying hello so we can get to know each other, but I don't even know who's all in the chat. But if you've just joined us, this is Color Morphia by Kerby Rosanes, and we're using the Faber-Castell Pitt pens. Of course, you can use whatever you want. Join in or color whatever you want at this point. Now, this is not an instructional video. It's just to hang out, say hello, and get to know each other a little better. And doing those. Let me see. That's the area I just finished. Oh, it doesn't look too bad. Now for these big broadleaves here, I'm going to use a different green combination. I'm going to use this one, which is Permanent Olive Green 167. And I'm going to use this one, which is May Green 170. I don't know if you can see that very well. May Green 170. And this one here is irritating to me because I can't see it very well. I do believe it is light Phthalo green, which is number 162, if I remember right. Yeah, number 162. And I don't know why they print it on these light colors in white. They should really do it in black so that you can actually see what you're coloring with. I'm going to do these dark areas. My dog is snoring. That's horrible. My dog is on the couch snoring. I hope you all can't hear that. looks terrible on camera, doesn't it? Hey, Viking. Thanks for joining us. Good. You can't hear the dog. That's always good. Hey, Deb. I started without you. I waited for a little while, but I started without you. Who else do we got in here? All Round Horse. Thanks for joining us. Lots of people coming in a little later, but that's fine too. You know, we've got a little bit of coloring done while we waited, while people were around. Barb was talking to me earlier, but she went silent, so I thought maybe she had left. Good to see that you're still there, Barb. And of course, I've been sitting here for half an hour talking to myself, so that's always fun. So this is the kind of thing I do. 3D Print Viking is a friend of my husband's from the printing community. Barb, he's a part of the community that does the 3D printing and that sort of thing. So if you have any questions for that type of community, give him a follow and watch some of his videos, because it's really interesting. And if it's something that you were saying that you were interested when they were using it to print paper clips, that'd be cool. Thank you, Larissa. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so that leaf didn't turn out terribly. I'm not sure if it turned out wonderfully, but it didn't turn out terribly. The one thing I have learned with these pens is you kind of have to let them dry before you actually know what it looks like. Ah, so now I know who the horse is. Larissa, you changed your name. Yeah, the India ink in these are fantastic. They are pricey, but they are a learning curve. Definitely a learning curve. And hi, Bob. If you all don't know, Bob Carnes is my husband, and he is joined us as well. Sitting there going, okay, I know the picture, I think. I think you said something about being Larissa the last time. Okay, so back to this set of colors that we're going to do these smaller leaves with. I was just jumping around the page a little bit here. I don't know about good, but oh, well, thank you, Viking. That'd be great. I'm also a part of another group. It's called Coloritaville. And this is broadcasting there as well as on my own channel. Yeah, coloring in pens and pencils is completely different thing. I'm not all that proficient in pens. I prefer my pencils, but I do like to play with my pens. Which one does she like to color with, Viking? Pencils or pens? Probably having a private chat with Bob now. Cool. Yeah, I like to play with both. I have enough pencils and pens to probably, kill the average person. But it's something I enjoy doing. So some people say I have a obsession, but some people say I'm a little obsessive compulsive with it, but I enjoy doing it. That looks absolutely horrible. Oh, yeah, that's the one thing I am not great with yet. And as I get more and more doing these videos, I will get better at, I think, is actually being able to not have to sit right up on top of what I'm coloring to see it. I look at the video and look at the close-up of it, and it looks horrible to me. So that's better, at least. Okay. So how is everybody else this morning? Well, it'll look better as it dries, I think. I know that Barb is on cloud 9. She won our Christmas in July contest in our Facebook group this morning, and we'll be receiving some of our 3D printed pencil holders, which is wonderful. We'll get those out to her as soon as possible. Deb, you all caught up yet? I know you're in there. Okay. I guess Deb's still not fully functional in the chat yet. So when I started doing the color along for this picture, Deb was the only one that joined me. So I like to make sure that she's at least caught up. So, but she's not in chat very much. So I'll just continue on, and she can rewatch the video. Is she on Facebook with her coloring, Viking, or just does it on her own, or does she have her own channel, or that sort of thing? Why don't you color? Well, I guess in a way you do, don't you, with 3D printing? Kind of forgot that sometimes between the two programs there's a bit of a delay, so if I seem impatient, I am sorry. Just going around with this darker green and doing the shadow areas here. Yeah, I can see you, Deb. I forgot that I had Nightbot on. Hold on a sec. I don't know how to turn that off. I'll have to figure out how to turn that off. I was playing with it and completely forgot I had it on. Yeah, I can see you now, Deb. Oh, it's just because you spoke in caps, and it's just a program that I was playing with so that we could do contests and draws and that in the live chats. So when we're doing a live video, we can do giveaways. I didn't think it would work with the other one. It seems just having it connected to my other YouTube channel, it seems that it works for both. Unless you are in mine and not in Coloritaville. Are you in my channel or in Coloritaville, Deb? Okay. It can be. Sometimes it can be stressful when you're trying to get a color to lay down the right way, or if you use coloring books. Sometimes the paper is really cheap. You probably know all about that with drawing. If it's really thin, cheap paper in the book, nothing lays down on it properly. Do you draw with pencil or just ink, or both? Or if you draw with ink, these Faber-Castell Pitt pens are really, really cool because they are an India ink, and you can feather it and stuff like that. You're digital. I can't use digital. I just have not gotten the hang of that at all. Is drawing on digital, just as satisfying as drawing on paper when you can crumple it up and throw it away? Yes, you're showing up on the chat, hon. So Deb, did you look back and see what colors we're using, or did you want me to go over those again for you? Oh, did you? What did you use to paint those? Is that an acrylic paint or resin, like a watercolor? Or what kind of paint is that? Is it probably acrylic, wouldn't it be, with the resin? Oh, the darker color is dark Falathiel Green 264. So the three colors I'm using on these smaller leaves, Deb, like this one, this area, the smaller leaves, not these big band leaves, is 264, 112, and 171. Yeah. I haven't played very much in the water-based stuff yet. From what I hear, these India inks are very much like water-based paint. They're just or water-based pens. They're just way more pigmented, I think. I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't use a lot of water-based stuff, so. And I will probably go back over this off screen and clean it up when I can get a little closer to it. When I look at it on screen, it looks up close. It looks really splotchy. I'm not sure if that's just me or if I'm not seeing it the right way. I'm trying really hard to keep my hand out of there, but there is somebody coming to the house where the dog is barking. I don't know, Viking. Bob might be getting his box. All depends upon if there's a ring at the doorbell. We're going to check and see if the door rings. Sometimes the dog just hears a truck go by and decides to bark. Sometimes she has a bad dream and decides to bark anyway. Oh, sad day. Bob didn't get his box. Not yet. Bob has a resin printer that I ordered him that he has been waiting very impatiently for, because there was a shipping delay. It was supposed to be here yesterday. Because there's a shipping delay, they don't know when it's going to get here. It is less than an hour away, and it's taken 2 days for it to even move. So it's been 2 days with no movement. Okay, so you want to know what ones I'm using? Okay. For the small flowers, like these ones here, all these smaller flowers, I am using, let's turn them so you can see. This one, which is 264. And that one, which is 171. And this one, which is 112. So what I'm doing, yeah, exactly. What I'm doing is I'm going through the dark areas with this one, like different little shadow areas where I would expect a leaf to be dark. Then I'm going over the whole area with this one. And then I'm going over areas that I missed just to give it a little bit of a lighter area where I think that the sun's going to be hitting it or the light source is going to be hitting it. Does that help, Deb? It's no fun when packages are delayed, especially if you're excited about it coming and it's an hour away and it hasn't moved in 2 days. Yes, there are people on. No, this didn't go to Facebook. It just went to our Facebook YouTube, which is the Coloritaville YouTube, as well as my own YouTube. I have it streaming to 2 different sites. So you won't see the chat for the people that are on the other site, but I will. So if I say something and you don't see that person in chat, it's just because they're on the other site. Are you trying to chat? I found you. You're trying to chat on Facebook, aren't you? No, just YouTube. Oh no, that would suck. Have your big printer and all the space and everything cleared out for it, and just sit there and wait. Yeah, he's waiting for his Saturn. You guys probably can't see that because I don't have the close-up camera up there. I'm just coloring these little areas down here. And of course I can color them a little bit cleaner because I can see them. There is no live link on Facebook for this, Deb. We're not streaming this to Facebook. We're streaming it to Donna's YouTube channel and to my YouTube channel. And you're on my YouTube channel. Yes. But if you were on Donna's channel, you would be watching it too because I'm streaming it there too, but I'm not streaming it to the Facebook group. Does that make sense? So you're all caught up now? Did it make sense? Good one, Deb. Let me know if my hand gets in the way. You want me to move it or move the camera so you can see better. Again, I'm just going to, throw this out there. I am new to using these pens, so I'm not an expert. This is not an instructional video at all. It's just to hang out and chat and color and get to know each other. So how many 3D resin printers do you have, Viking? Or just the one you got rid of? Yeah, you can always watch it again just to get all caught up with things. But basically, it's coming along at least, you know. Hopefully I didn't get too far ahead of you, Deb. And I did go over the colors that I used for the centers of the flowers and that sort of thing too. So if you watch back, you can easily get all caught up. I did use one polychromo pencil on those little flowers that we couldn't that we didn't finish last time. So just because. Oh, telephone. I'll let my husband get that. It's probably some spam call. We get a lot of spam calls on our home phone. It's crazy. There are some days where I just want to tell them that I have told them over and over again. They always call and ask about my automobile warranty for my Toyota Yaris that I've never owned. It's like, where do you get your information from? Because, obviously it's not the right spots. Okay. Oh, goodness, we've already gone over an hour. Wow. It took me an hour just to color those leaves. It does take a long time to color these things, so. All right. Well, I think I'm going to end this for today. If y'all want to join me again next Saturday, I will, while we're away, finish up all these leaves because there's a lot of them. Hi, Candy. But when we come back next week, I'll have all the leaves all colored up. I'm going to finish those off because there is a lot. The smaller leaves, I am using phthalate number 264 on the pit pen, number 171, which is a light green, and 112, which is a leaf green. And that's what I'm using on these smaller leaves. I use the dark green, the leaf green first, and then I go over it with the light green just to lighten up the areas that I think is going to have a light source on them, the sun. And for these broader leaves, I'm using number 170, which is May green. Let's see if I can get it to pick that up. Where is it? There it is. Which is May green. Then permanent green olive, which is 167. And then this 162, but it's really hard to see. So what I'm doing first is the olive green, the permanent green olive in the dark shaded areas. And then I go over it with the May green and then this green for just little highlight areas. Okay, so until next time, I'll have all the greens done up, and then we will do the butterflies and the playing card and that sort of thing, and the ornamentation on the face, and get that all done up. And then we will figure out what we're going to do with the skull itself, with the bone itself. All right. So happy coloring, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. If you want to join me again next Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I will see you then. And thanks so much for joining. Bye-bye.